Grace and peace. Rev C here. In this short, brief video, I want to go over, and it's going to be in a series of word fallacies. And the first one we're going to tackle is the one meaning fallacy. And this isn't, we're talking about semantics, and semantics is, the meaning of language, the study of reference, meaning, truth. But it's not just the study of meaning, it's the study of the meaning of words in a context, in structure. And so meaning is at the very heart of communication. Words provide the building blocks of meaning, grammar, and syntax. So we want to look at this fallacy known as the one meaning fallacy. We sometimes encounter the view that every appearance of a Hebrew or Greek or even Aramaic term should be translated by the same English word. The problem that this creates and the problem that we bump into is we develop a distorted view of language. No two languages express themselves or use words the same way. And this is especially true when we're looking at the Hebrew of the Old Testament and the Greek of the New Testament. No two languages express themselves or use words in the same way. So, for example, to say a simple phrase such as "I will get it" in German, you have to ask which of the many possible German words for "get" will express that particular idea that you're trying to say, "I will get it." So we look at the example of sarx, flesh, a word often translated literally in the versions, the different versions of the Bible. Luanida, great resource to grab on the semantic range of words. So let's look at a few examples here to see how the translations translated flesh, but the meaning is different. And so by translating by the same English word, we're missing out on the true meaning behind that word in context. So Matthew 24:22, Jesus is discussing, this is the Olivet Discourse. And so Matthew 24:22 says, "And if those days had not been cut short, no flesh will be saved." No flesh will be saved. The meaning behind this is the Greek word is sarx, but the meaning is no person. No person is going to be saved. I think the New American Standard will translate it no life. No life will be saved. John 1:24, we know the incarnation. And the word became sarx, became flesh. They just simply translate some as flesh, whereas the meaning behind it is the word became a human being. Romans 9:8, children of the flesh. Same Greek word sarx. The meaning there is children of natural birth. Hebrews 5:7, days of his flesh. Talking about Christ, this is referencing his earthly life. Romans 8:23, live according to the sarx, the flesh, where here in Romans, it's dealing with the sinful nature. Jude verse 7, talking about they went after strange flesh, dealing with sexual immorality. They went after unnatural things. So the point is obvious. The point is obvious here that the English term flesh that we see in our translations cannot adequately express all the divergent connotations, and a translation would be wrong to use flesh in all these instances. So one can never say what sarx means, but only what it means in this or that context. Context is king in hermeneutics and when we're doing exegesis and word studies. And this is what's called polysemy. Polysemy, multiple meaning. Polysemy. This is a word I want you to write down. Take note of this word, polysemy, multiple meaning. The technical term for the multiple senses an individual word can have. Polysemy is the technical term for the multiple senses an individual word can have. And so this forces us to the semantic field, the semantic range of meaning and context as the two driving factors in determining the meaning of a term. So this was looking at the one meaning fallacy, where we try to give every appearance of that Greek and Hebrew term, we translate it by the same English word. And we see that we just cannot do that. We have to look at the semantic range of a word and the context to determine the meaning of a word. So this has been Rip C. Thank you. I hope this brief video will help you in your future studies and interpretation of God's word. God bless you.